Hello everyone. I have talked to some people, and also from my own understanding, is that people have a big trouble understanding like the beginning of a sprint of an N1. So what I plan to do on this video today is to go through some N1. I don't know which one I'm gonna see. I guess I could like just watch this one. And I plan to just talk through and look at what's happening, right? Um, and explain why it is done that way and what's the advantage of it, because there is a really big difference at minute like 20, for example. At minute 20, let's see if I show the leaderboard here at minute 20, something like that. Well, I don't know. Generally, I have the idea that... Okay, the round hadn't started yet at this point, so maybe it's not like 20, it's like 25, something like this. So around this time, I do have the idea that a lot of people, even if they do know what they're doing, they might... So wait, I was attacking them here. Is there any way I can see the leaderboard? Put this faster. Because the idea I have is that a lot of the times people get stuck on... no, I was just attacking through the map. A lot of times people get stuck very behind in points. I mean, as you will see, I'm the only one above 1k points in this round. And these guys, some of them are like okay at the game. This guy has 599 points. You see, they are people get very behind early. At least that's my understanding of it, because they just don't know how to manage the first like 20 minutes of the round, or at least not perfectly. At least that's the understanding I have. So let's try to change that. Let's try to help you guys if you are one of the people that has some trouble with the start of the round, which in my opinion is the most important. And yeah, that's my objective here today. So we are here. This is the beginning of the round. First thing, I mean, you just instantly go to the headquarters. You upgrade HQ to 3 if you have to, and you go for barracks. If you have the possibility of building statue, you build the statue and you just make the paladin. That's basically that. There's nothing very mysterious about that. So let's keep going and see what happens. Here you will see me instantly build spears. There's a lot of people that for some reason don't make troops until they get to stable. That's weird. You should obviously always make troops. And I will keep watching the video. I will put it a bit faster. 1.5. Right now, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna mark them as enemies, whatever. Not relevant. I'm opening the second tab. This is something... This is like external to gameplay, right? It's not a decision or something, but playing into tabs is way too important. And I also plan on making a video still like not too far away from now, where I plan to explain Keypress better, because I frequently still get messages of people thinking that Keypress works alone, or that like they don't know how to refresh the page with Keypress, things like that. And I want to make a video explaining all the like smaller details of Keypress. So stay tuned for that. Here, let's continue watching. Let's see. Normally, and you can simulate this, by the way, the ideal number of spears is 9, but you can start with 7. Let's see that. Let's simulate. Um, let's see. So simulator 7 and that's that. But it depends, right? The luck, if you have minus 25, you lose 2. So it's a really big loss. And yeah, but if you have 0, it's fine. If you have 0, you only lose 1. And you lose this amount of resources. But you get more than that. So you are sending 7, you lose 1. Each spear has 25 transport. So 25 times 6, you get 150. So it still is worth it, right? But if you have two spear losses here, it's not really worth it, as you will see now. This is much more than 125 resource, 150. So it's that thing. You can even start at 7, but it's risky. I wouldn't start at 7. At 8, it's a little bit better because you are looting more, but you can still lose 2. And I think that with 9, you can't lose 2 anymore. Exactly. So with 9, you can't lose 2 anymore, even at minus 25 luck. So normally what we do is we start farming with 9 spears. And I don't know if that's what's gonna happen here, but it might be. Maybe I will just start with 8. No, it looks like I will start with 9. So here, let's slow it down. Let's look at what I just did here. First of all, I'm spamming the button 2, all the shortcuts here. Instead of having to click F5 to like reload the page, I'm just using the shortcuts. 2 is the shortcuts to recruit. So that's what I was spamming here. That's what you are seeing here appear. That's me clicking the recruit button. So it's like reloading the page. Then I just click M to go to map. And after that, I click on the village. You will see there's an 8 here. I don't yet have the 9. But to reload this page without having to F5 and to click again on the attack, you'll just click enter. You'll literally just click enter. Just hit enter. But before clicking anything else, you just go to this page. Let's go again. You just go to this page and you hit enter a lot of times. You see, at first there was an 8, now there's a 9 because I hit enter. Look, 8. You will see like the tab going up and down or something. A little bit. You can see it like shake a bit, right? I don't know if you know exactly what if you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Let's do 0.25. You see, it's like shaking. You can see the village like kind of disappear and appear again. That's me reloading the page with enter. Then I just send all, attack and click enter again, or click attack. It's the same thing. So that's the first attack sent. Then you wanna continue making spears as much as possible. Your goal here is to never stop attacking. You wanna always have your spears outside. Here what I'm doing is, I don't exactly know. I don't think this is the correct play yet. I think I should wait a little bit more. But what I'm doing here is what you will see me. I don't have this in this browser because, well, not in this browser. In this login, I use this one to play, and this is what you see me playing with. What I'm doing here is copying the link of attack the village with all units. So that's the same as the dodge button. If you are familiar with the dodge button, it's the same link as that. But instead of putting that inside of the game to dodge, right? I put that up here in the B1, B2, B3, B4. That's what I have here, right? This is the browser. And this link will allow me to just click it, and then it will redirect me to the attack screen, and I just have to click enter. You will see that happen, and now you will see, well, I just go here, I misclick, wow. Okay, I attack again, then I will recruit more units. Okay, maybe I didn't copy it before. But yeah, now that's what you are seeing me do. I'm editing the quick bar entry. This is very easy to do if you want to set this up. Let's say I want to add a new quick bar entry. A new favorites bar entry. First of all, you may not even have your favorites bar showing. That's important. You would go here, you would go to markers and lists, something like that, and you would click here, show the bar, whatever. Right now I just made it be hidden, and I can make it be shown again. So this is the first thing. Then to add something onto that, there's two things you can do. In some browsers like Chrome, if you hit Ctrl D, it works. If you hit Ctrl D, it already adds something. Now it added to this page. Well, so yeah, it's here now. Or you can just click, right click here, and you can add a new tab, add a new page, whatever. And you would put whatever here, nothing important, and then B1, right? And then you have B1, and then in the beginning of the round you do what I was doing there. You put the link here. You click, right click, edit, and then you put the link there. It's basically that. But you should have this set up from before. Why do I have 4? Because it's like the maximum you can have, like around you, right? So village is at 1 tile. I will show you what I'm talking about. If I go to the map. Here I'm already using it, you saw? Let me just go to the map and show you what I'm talking about. Here, you see? I could have 4 villages at 1 tile. So I could have this one here, you can see my cursor. I could have this one, and one here and one here. So all of those would be at the same distance from my main village. I would use the 4 Bs if that was the case, right? In this round I think I only used 2 because there's only 2 villages at 1 tile. The rest I usually attack manually. So either I may just use the bees as well for the other villages, for the adjacent villages, not the glued ones to my village. And the buttons are always useful for that, but the main use of it is to be able to keep track of everything, because as you will see me do here, first, you know which village I attacked first. I attacked the village above, right? I attacked this village, the village above. Now I'm attacking the village on my side. And why is that? Because if I always kept on attacking the same village, it would just be empty, right? And by not constantly attacking it, I'm giving it time to get more resources on its warehouse. And so I keep alternating the villages that I'm attacking so that no warehouse gets full on the barbarian villages. And then I can constantly be farming villages that have a lot of resources, basically. I never want to attack villages that are empty. That would be extremely inefficient. Here you see what I've done here. That has already got to do with the B1, B2 thing. Here I just clicked B1 and I clicked enter. That's it. And the attack is gone. And now I'm going to attack this village to B2. This is the second village that I had at 1 tile. So I think that's all I'm going to do this round. Only going to attack these 2 villages. Right now I'm going to click B2 and I'm going to send the attack. GG. Now you see I don't even go to the map anymore. I don't need to. Now we'll attack B1. As you see, I'm alternating it. I'm attacking one village, then attacking the other. Attacking one village, then attacking the other. That is the logic of this early farm. Then, one thing here, I should have upgraded the warehouse already. Because the warehouse is going to be full with iron. That's what you are going to see happen now. If you ignore the farming. Yeah, the iron is full. That is something you don't ever want to happen. Your warehouse should never be full, because if it's full, you are wasting resources, literally wasting resources. You are wasting production, you are wasting resources. So you ideally want to upgrade the warehouse because before it gets full. So now the logic here is, after I upgrade the warehouse, the logic is I have more iron than I have clay. Wood, I will never have wood until light calves, basically, because I'm using the wood to make spears. As you can see here, wood is the resource that costs the most in the production of spears. So you will never have a lot of wood. So it's all about clay and iron. If the resource I have the most of is iron, I will upgrade the market. if the resource I have the most of is clay, I will upgrade the warehouse. That's the logic. Because clay, not as relevant. Iron, yes, it's extremely relevant, and upgrading the warehouse is more expensive than upgrading the market over time. And if you upgrade the warehouse, I mean, if you were not putting anything in the market, you would have to put warehouse at maybe like 10 or 11 even, to store all of the iron and never be full. And that would be very overkill, because you don't need that much, since you are also using a good amount of clay. Here I'm just doing as I was saying, just clicking B1, etc, etc. Gonna make more troops. I upgraded market now, as you saw. Maybe it was a bit too fast. I mean, here I'm just using the shortcuts. As you see, now I'm going headquarters, I clicked 1. And then I go headquarters and I upgrade market. And then I click 2 again to go back and recruit units, because I saw I didn't have anything recruiting. Now I go to market. And here this is also important, right? This, it's in Russian, but, well, if you play the game, you will know what it says here. It basically says which ratio is allowed for making trades, right? So you can't make a trade of like 1 to 10. You can't just put 10,000 here. Sometimes this doesn't appear, and that probably means that you can put like 10,000. So to make it easier, what you do is you just put your cursor here after the zeros, and first is the quantity that you offer, below is the quantity that you want. So in the quantity that you want, normally, you just put 1 extra 0. That's extremely easy, right? And then no one can accept your offer. In this case, I don't know what I will do. Okay, I will just put this. What is this? This is making an offer private to tribe. If it's like tribes of 1, or if it's tribes of 2 and you are with a pre-made teammate, you just make a tribe as soon as possible and you invite your teammate and you use it like this. You make your offers private to tribe. That's this option here. And then no one will accept them. Because in cases like this, where it's 1 to 2, people may still accept your offer. And if it's 1 to 1, even more. I mean, I would definitely accept your offer. So that is the logic of the market, right? It's a matter of storing iron, because if you don't do that, you will then be slowed. And that is a big thing, right? Because having these extra 4,000 or 5,000 iron will be really important once you get to the light cavalry stage, because for light cavalry you need a lot of iron. So this is a way to have that iron consistently. And if you were to just upgrade the warehouse, first of all, you would waste many more resources that you didn't need to be wasting if you simply upgraded the market. And second of all, you would be wasting more time. And I mean, time is valuable. We are playing speed, so let's not waste time. So now you will have seen, now I have no iron because I put it on the offer. Here I'm still only farming the same way. Now what I did here was hide the achievements or not. I had already done it, but here this is just to hide the achievements, because the opponents you have can just go to your profile and see, like, let's say you have the medal of 10,000 farmed, then they will know it's not you that has 1 million farm or something like that. Or if the first place has like 1 million farm and someone else wants to go see who is the first place, well, just by looking at the achievements, they can only know that there is someone above 1 million at the global achievements. But if they go to the players' profiles, they can see that someone has the achievement of above 1 million looted. So that is also why I always hide the achievements. But there I was just checking the farm. Here I'm still farming, totally normal. Okay. At this point is when I begin to be able to constantly have the spears producing, because I'm looting more. I'm being able to loot more. I'm still gonna attack B2, but I suppose soon, and now I'm gonna upgrade warehouse soon as well. As you see, I have 200 difference from the limit in clay, and as I was saying earlier, clay is warehouse upgrade, and iron is market. I'm still attacking these barbs. Yeah, warehouse upgrade. It didn't even go full, so that was a good upgrade. That was pretty fast reactions. Barb 2. Still just attacking. I'm not sure until when I'm gonna attack these, but they could be going empty soon. So yeah, I'm not gonna be attacking them forever. Now, you see, what's the resource that I have the most of? Iron. Market. This is all. It may take a bit of time for you to fully fully understand it and to fully like automate it, kinda in a way. But when you do, it's literally always the same. The sprint is always the same. I do this, then I make the troops, then I go make the offer. I have a shortcut for market. That's why you didn't see me clicking anywhere. Market is 6. So yeah, again another offer, private to tribe, and now another barb attack. And all of this, I'm doing all of these things in the background that I'm explaining while I'm farming, right? I basically never have troops at home. This is the big thing. That's what you need to become really fast at, and that's what separates good players from bad players, or from like mid players. And as you see here, again, what I was talking about, hitting enter until I have the number of troops there, then attack with all, then attack whatever. GG. More warehouse. I didn't even notice it now, but yeah, you see, warehouse was always almost full. I need to upgrade warehouse. It's clay, so upgrade clay, make more units. This to me is basically immediate at this point because I've been playing this for very long. It requires practice. It requires practice, but it's not extremely hard, and it requires you to be fast and accurate with your clicks. That's something important too. Just making more. And as you see now, what do you see? You see me attacking different villages. And now I will attack the other one in the diagonal. Because the first logic that I was telling you about, the logic of alternating the attacks, not always attacking the same village, I'm also applying to these 3 villages at 1.5 tiles. So I've basically emptied the 2 villages that are closer to me, which is totally fine. That's what you should do, because those the attack takes longer to come back. And then you just start doing the exact same thing for the villages at 1.5 tiles, which are the villages at the diagonal. Here, I don't know what I will do. Either upgrade warehouse or upgrade wood. Because as you see, wood is always the resource you have the least of. And by upgrading a little bit of wood early on, it will help you maintain the production when you begin producing light cavalry, because if not, you will literally have no wood at all, and you can't even maintain the production. You don't want to upgrade wood too much, because if you upgrade wood like a lot, like 13, it will make it slower for you to get light cavalry, because you are also wasting clay and iron, and you need those even to research light cavalry, right? And to upgrade the barracks and the stable and the smithy. So you need to have some resources, but you can always put. I put at least to like 10, right? It also depends. It also depends on how much wood you have. If I had, let's say, 2 bonus villages of wood near me, I probably would not upgrade wood that much because I don't have to. You upgrade wood based on how much you need. Your goal is to have like a balanced number of resources. Why? Because wood you will use in the barracks, making spears, making axes. Clay you will use in the headquarters. Clay is what is used the most here, generally. And then iron you will use in the light cav. So you kinda need all of them at the same proportion. You need less clay than the rest, but that's also why you will rarely see me upgrade clay. There may be times where I have like no clay, and if I have no clay, I will upgrade a little bit the mine. But the reality is, what is most relevant is what you use to make troops. Because the more troops you have, the more farm you will have. Obviously, it depends. If you are playing a highly competitive round, filled with really good players, and all of them are farming, it is a bit harder to farm, obviously, because everyone is farming. But in general, I mean, you want troops, so that is the general goal. Oh, I didn't even upgrade anything. I just made more troops. Sure. Okay, let's see what I do next. suppose I will attack, yeah, the other diagonal village. And now I will upgrade warehouse. And I upgraded, wait, what did I upgrade? I upgraded warehouse and market? Yeah, okay. I do this because, I mean, the number is very similar, the number of clay and of iron. So I just upgrade already the market. I'm not gonna add a market to queue. A market, no, a trade to the market. Because if I were to go there now, it would by default change clay by iron. If you have more clay than iron, the market will by default make it exchange the resource that you have the most of. So we are at 10:30. Let's see if I can find the market, anything related to market. Come on. Okay, should be around here. Warehouse upgrade, market is like here, I guess. So we were at 10:30. This is only like 2 minutes. I'm dissecting 2 minutes. This much. Because I really do believe this is extremely important. Now, as you will see, I will go to the market and it will instantly fill. The first above is how much you are giving, and it instantly fills with iron because it's the most you have of, and it instantly fills with wood because it's the least you have of, right? That's what I was saying, what I was talking about. That's why I didn't make an offer now, because if I were to do that, it would instantly fill with clay. Now you see, now it's different. Now I can go make the offer. Maybe I will. Maybe I will, because I have more iron. Or maybe I forgot to make the offer, I'm not sure. But now, as you see, I'm already going back to attacking the ones close to me, because it has been a while that I've attacked them. Now I will go make the offer. It was bad because I still let the warehouse be full, but, well, in the end, you can only be so fast, right? You need to give yourself some time. I mean, even I fail sometimes and have the warehouse full and things like that for a little bit. Here, as you will see me do, I have wood going to level 11, right? That's what I upgraded there. I mean, it does make sense. Look at my wood count. It's very, very low compared to the rest. Very low. So it does make sense. Now I'm starting to attack villages more far away. I attacked the one 2 tiles away. I'm alternating still between the ones at the diagonal. I still put the woods to 12. Wow, that's a big wood investment. But it does make sense. It does make sense. If you feel like it doesn't really make you be too behind in light caves, it is good to have a good amount of wood. So then you saw making more market to put the iron in there. That's what I will do now. I don't have it at level 4 yet. Now I do. I put the offer. Now I'm gonna attack again another village. And from here on, I'm starting to get near the magic number of spears. And why do I stop at this count? For multiple reasons. I stop at like 120, 125. The logic is, first of all, not only 120, because if it was only 120, I would be attacking, and sometimes I will be losing troops, right? Let's see. If I attack with 60 at minus 25, I will lose 1 unit. The only number at which you don't lose is at 76. That's when you begin not to lose. At 75 you still lose. So your goal here is to, well, say I'm still gonna split 60-60, but I at least will have a few more spears in case I lose some. Because, let's see, minus 18. I don't lose anymore, right? So it's only in a specific luck that I will lose units. It doesn't mean that will not happen, because it will. It definitely will. So you always make a few more, so I make around 125. Make around 125. That's what you will see me do here. I have 105, right? I'm producing 10 and I will still produce 10 more. And that's it. Not producing more. Then, this is also the good count, because you have to upgrade farm after this. And, well, if you upgrade farm here 1 level or 2, you won't have to worry about it until you start making light cavalry. So that is also that is also a reason as to why I stop at 120. Then another reason is 60 is not that big of a count, but it's like the perfect count for you to not have many losses. If you farm with 40, let's say you have minus 10 luck, you still have one loss. So that is pretty big. You don't want to have this much losses. So what I do here, as you will see me do soon set up, is I will farm by time with B on the farm assistant. And what that will do is I will basically be alternating as I'm doing here manually, but in the farm assistant, because I will be attacking now the village that I attacked the longest ago. So I will show you that in a bit. Here I'm putting 55 already, and I'm gonna farm with 55, and I'm sorting it by time. To sort by time, you click here in the time. This is the time. This 5:41 is the time, the last time when I attacked the village, right? So as you can see below, there's 5:39, whatever, and that is what I want to be first. I want first to be the village that I attacked the longest time ago. This is what I want, and that's what sorting by time does. So now, what I will do is keep farming, and then I will explain KeePress a little bit more in another video. But the logic here is using the R to reload. I will explain why in that other video. You need to stay on the lookout for that. It will be easier since I will just explain everything about KeePress in there. And then Q is what I used to farm. With A, I use B to B, and yeah, I lost a lot of time setting this up, as you see, to the point where I actually had my warehouse full, very full, because for some reason it didn't update, or it did, but like only at the same time as I went to the headquarters. Not really too relevant. I mean, it is relevant. You don't want to have your warehouse full ever, but it is what it is. Might happen. Now I upgrade a little bit more warehouse. I don't make more units, but I already switched to farming with 60. This farming with 55 is not really necessary, but it's like a step before you actually have the 120. It's why I do it sometimes. Other times I just don't do it. It's not extremely relevant. Do I still put one more market? I think I might. Because okay, maybe I don't. I don't know. This is me just like clicking extremely fast. What I'm doing on this tab now is permanently clicking R and B. Permanently. So that I'm sending the spears out as soon as I can. That's why I'm permanently on this tab. Every time I click on this tab, as you will see, now I clicked here. Let's slow it down. Let's slow it down a little bit. I'm doing whatever here, then I clicked here, you see? I clicked I clicked on something there, then I instantly clicked here back to continue spamming RB. Then again, you saw me clicking in the headquarters, I clicked here again. That is my way to almost be sure that I'm always sending the troops out. Because you never want to have troops at your home. That's basically the logic. The least troops you have at home, the more you are farming. In theory, right? If you are farming efficiently. But yeah, that's the logic. Here I'm still farming by distance. Now I'm probably gonna collect a few more barbarians, because I didn't collect that many. So all of these that are like here, this one, this one, this one, all these that are quite close, like this one as well is also same distance. I will collect all of them now, because the others, if I'm always attacking the same 6 with 60 spears, they will be empty. And I don't want the villages to be empty. If I'm farming empty villages, it's not good. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing here. Nothing too special. I will put the video to 75. And let's see what happens now. Yeah, this is where... maybe I was talking about it in the video. Maybe you can watch this video to see it at like real speed and not have to deal with me talking through it. But, or I mean, not talking so small about it. But yeah, as you see, everything is like full because I'm slowly adding more villages. If I was always attacking the same 4, things would be empty, right? And that's what I want. I don't want any reports that are empty. And I'm extremely ahead of everyone because of this. I'm being very consistent with farming. I'm farming not the same villages every time, so I'm getting a lot of resources from farming. So yeah, now full rush, stable to level 3. I mean, that is an insane difference of farm to the second place. And those guys weren't even that bad. I mean, they are just not extremely experienced with sprinting. So right now we're going to go for light calves, and we are about... When did the video start? Maybe we are like maybe 6 minutes into the round. So now we are arriving at the stable. Put it at level 3. And need resources to research it. You will see it's funny because you don't need a lot of iron for researching it, but you need a lot of iron for then keeping up the production. So yeah, now I have enough. Research 14 seconds, and here, like the most impactful part of the beginning is already done, right? Because it's a matter of having wood production to keep up the production, and it's a matter of saving iron. That's the most important, and obviously the farming, the little things about farming are extremely important as well. Now I'm gonna recruit light calves, and when I recruit light calves, what I do is, instead of farming with 60, I farm with 41. What does this do? First of all, as we were seeing, we had losses before. If I farm with 41, let's put minus 25, there's no losses. No losses at all. You can even do 31, not sure 21 works, but 31, no losses, 21, maybe it doesn't have losses either. Yeah, 21, no losses, maybe even 10-1, yeah. But the point is, you add this one light cav, and I'm farming with 40, because I don't necessarily expect to need to farm with much more here. I want to farm a lot because I have a guy near me, very close. So the more I'm farming heavily, the less he will be able to farm, and that's important. But I could also farm with like 31 here. Maybe later I will even switch to 31. And what this will do is it will allow me to be farming with more spears at all times, because at 120 divided by 40, I can farm 3 times. But then at 160 already, I can farm with more, right? Because I already added one more 40. If I was farming with 60 spears, I would have to be waiting until 180 just to farm the third time, right? And as I'm farming with 60, my loot capacity is very big, because 60 times 25 is pretty big. I'm farming 1.5k, and the villages will not always have 1.5k, right? So it's all a matter of not sending as many troops, so you can put 30 or 41, and being sure that you have no losses at wall 0, because yeah, if you have losses, it's bad. And that's the logic of switching to 41. Now I'm farming with 41, and I have 3 light calves. Sometimes I start with 4 light calves, other times I start with 3. I start with 3 here because the guy near me is farming as well. Maybe if I was farming with 4, I would not be farming as much. So the idea is to kinda micro farm with a little amount of units, but not as small. If you want to see me really micro farm, you can see the N0 video that I posted. It's this one, net N0. This one was such a mess. But I think I did good. But it's a completely different way to play the game, as it's an N0, and I did something completely different. Instead of rushing light calves, I was or swords for that matter, I was playing with axes instead, because the speed of axes is faster than the speed of swords. You can watch that video if you would like. I think it's a pretty good video. Okay, let's see what more happens here. But yeah, here the logic becomes very simple to understand. Just never stop the production of anything. Really, not stopping the production of anything. And as I have 4 offers of iron in the market, I can just upgrade the the stable a little bit more, so I produce light calves even faster. And of course, the more light calves I will have, the better I will be farming. That's the logic. You will probably see me do that in a bit. And here, what am I doing? Let's see. I'm just farming and reloading the page and farming and etc. for like maybe 10 plus seconds. And why can I do this? Because I'm controlling everything. I can see that the resources are not full. I can see that I have production here. And this is like the preferred way to play the game. And this is what already makes farming with 2 tabs so much better than farming with 1. Because with 2 tabs like this, I can be seeing, okay, I have 11 seconds left in the production on the stable. They have 21 in the barracks. So now I'm farming. And then in a little bit, I will make more light calves, basically. So, yeah. Now I will just make more light calves. Simple as that. Now I can go back to farming. It just gives you so much more control over the game. Because you can be farming and still seeing what's happening. And it's great. And here, I mean, you will see it's way too fast still. Probably, for the casual players, right? But you will see, every time I click on this side, like now I clicked market, I clicked on the farm side. I clicked on the offers, I clicked on the farm side. Here you will see me stop farming completely, because I'm like clicking on way too many things. But then I click back on this side, and I keep farming. So, every time I click on this side, I click on the farm side, so that the keys continue working. And here already I'm maintaining the production. I'm not stopping anytime the production, which is in the end what you want to do. I will upgrade maybe a little bit more the wood here, because I still don't have a lot of wood. I will put the speed back. Yeah, I still have a big deficit of wood, as you will see. And here, especially in runs like this, where I want to upgrade barracks early, I need wood. Just need wood, really, because without wood you are not gonna make barracks troops, and you need barracks troops. So now farm soon has to be upgraded, but as you will see, this is pretty much what you will always see me do from now on, just upgrading things. And there's a logic on what you should upgrade, and I will quickly go through it when I open the headquarters again. And that's about that. Now, why I'm upgrading wall, right? Why am I upgrading wall? Because it takes some time, and it doesn't even take that many resources. So now let's spend a bit of time here. Let's go to the headquarters and let's look at it. Wall doesn't take that many resources compared to everything else, you see. And at this time, wall level 5, whatever, it already takes 13 seconds. So it is a good way to make sure that I'm not stopping the production in the headquarters. Because in the beginning, what I'm worried about is about stabilizing the production in the stable and in the barracks, right? It's as simple as that. So, to always keep up something producing, something that is useful, right? Because wall, at least at like level 10, is always useful. If someone backtimes you or something like that, you want to have a little bit of wall. Or if someone attacks you extremely early. So I upgrade a little bit of wall early. You literally don't lose anything with that. You don't lose many resources at all. And it keeps the headquarters occupied. Then, main logic of things. Main logic of how things should be upgraded. First of all, it depends. This is a strategy game, it obviously depends. But main logic is first headquarters and then barracks and stable. Now, how does this work? First of all, headquarters, upgrading the headquarters, what it does is it makes upgrading other things faster. So let's see if I upgrade this. You will see this was 7 before, now it's 6, right? So it's faster. In speed, sure, it's not a big difference. In worlds, it's a difference of minutes and things like that. So yeah. But I mean, speed is the same as worlds, but everything is faster. So it still is very worth it to upgrade headquarters. It's not because it's a speed that it's not worth it or something. So, the logic is, you want to upgrade headquarters as much as possible before you upgrade everything else, because if you do, everything else will be upgraded much faster, right? So, that's why you see, I don't know if you've ever seen maybe those rounds where you have to reach full village. Those rounds, the way you play them is you just full rush headquarters as fast as possible, so that everything else takes less time to upgrade. That's basically the logic. So, how much do you want to upgrade your headquarters? Well, it depends. If you are on one of those rounds that I'm talking about, you want to put it at 30 as soon as possible. There's no doubt on that. However, the rest really does depend. If you are playing a round where, let's say, you start and you see you have an opponent near you, very near you, like I had in this round that I'm showing to you right now. Maybe at this point you will be like, well, headquarters is not my priority. Headquarters doesn't give me more troops. It doesn't. It just gives you faster upgrade times. So what I will do is go for barracks instead. So it really depends. If you want to fight early, you will want to upgrade barracks and stable. If you are playing for the end game, as you will see me do in the .NET rounds most of the times, because in that server you can't play for early game. In the .NET rounds, this and Zero, this one as well, you will see me upgrade headquarters much more, even to like 25, and only after going barracks and stable. Why? Because it simply is not worth it to attack anyone. Or, I mean, it depends. If I have someone near me that I think might be a problem, it is worth. But otherwise, it really doesn't. It doesn't have to be done that way, because if you attack someone early, you are just going to be wasting troops, and there are other players who are then going to attack you. But if I'm playing a specific round where there aren't too many players, right, and I just want to, let's say, play against two guys. Let's say I'm playing this Italian round, right, and I see this guy and I see this guy, whatever. Let's say they are good. Then I will want to fully focus on making barracks and stable a bit earlier, to have more troops to fight him earlier, because the earlier you fight, well, the more unprepared your opponents will be for it. So that's basically the logic. It's not really a logic, it's more of whatever you want to do, right? Because most of the times in the standard videos you see me play, let's say, in the one where I played in Italy, this one probably, I'm pretty sure I only upgraded headquarters to 20. Why 20? Well, 20 is the stable number, because 20 is how much you need to then upgrade to academy. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to go for academy immediately after or something like that, but the reality is that, well, later on you will probably want to have academy. So you put it at 20 and then you upgrade everything else, because upgrading that to 20 already makes it much faster to upgrade the rest of the things. Now, if you wanted to upgrade, like, let's say to 25 overall, like in the long term, you could even upgrade your headquarters to like 23, because that's, let's say, upgrading headquarters is a long-term investment. It's literally that, right? Because if you upgrade it a lot early, you may be unprepared for the early game. You may not have many troops, but you probably will be better prepared for the late game, because you will have your village way more upgraded, since it will be faster to upgrade your village. Here, going back to the game itself. Also, one last thing, the logic between upgrading barracks or stable is following the same thing that I mentioned earlier. If you have a lot of wood, you upgrade barracks. If you have a lot of iron, you upgrade stable. And it's literally that. In the early game, this is basically the logic that you will want to follow, and that you will most of the time see me follow. Late game, it will get to a point where you have a lot of iron, and it doesn't really matter at that point. And that's also why I never upgrade the iron mine, or rarely do, right? Sometimes you will see me do it if I really have no iron, but I most of the times don't, because it will always get to a point where you have a lot of iron, because you are not really using iron for anything else. In the headquarters, it basically doesn't require any iron to upgrade buildings, and in the barracks, you also don't use basically any iron. It's like 10 for spears, while you use 50 wood, so it's 5 times more wood. It's very wood heavy. So yeah, I think honestly that is that. I don't think there's much more for me to say at this point, because now we are already getting to the point where I'm constantly producing troops, I'm constantly upgrading everything, and this is the goal. The goal has been achieved, and meanwhile I have been here talking for 50 minutes about the first like 10 minutes of a round. Why? Because I really do believe it is important, and these like small details is what gives you the advantage long term. Because now, I mean, as I've shown you in the beginning of the video, like 20 minutes into the round, I was very ahead of everyone else because I just had a better start. It's literally as simple as that. Because it will get to a point where, let's skip a little bit. It will get to this point where all I'm doing is holding the A button. Holding A and farming and clicking R to reload the page. That's literally all I'm doing. And that's not hard. That's not hard at all. Here you're seeing me as well upgrade. Like, look, I have the same number of iron and of wood. Why? Because I balanced the upgrades in order to have that to be the case. So it's a matter of, first of all, understanding the logic rather than just copying what I'm doing. Because I've heard a lot of people saying that, oh, I will just copy what you did in your video. I will copy like the order of which you upgraded your village. That's not the point. This is a strategy game. You don't just copy someone. I don't copy myself either. You will see that in every round I will do things slightly different, depending on what I'm doing. The idea is just that you have to understand what you are actually doing and what are the implications of you, let's say, upgrading one more level of iron here. Not iron, let's say one level of stable. If I were to upgrade, let's say stable to 10 here, what would happen? I would have a lot of resources of everything else, and I would have like 0 iron. So I'm not gonna do that, or else I would have to upgrade more iron. I mean, I guess I could do that, but then I would be punished by having to upgrade more iron, and I don't really want to upgrade mines. So with everything, it's a strategy game. Everything you do causes something to happen, obviously. So you just want to play around that, and you want to play around what you know you are able to do. Like in this case, let's go in front a little bit. Here, oh, what the fuck did I just do? I don't know. Let's look at this point, for example. Here, I know I have a lot of wood, for example. So here I know I could upgrade barracks, for example. Just some quick thing like that. Or I have a lot of clay, so I could be upgrading more things in the headquarters, and I could upgrade the headquarters again, just to upgrade things faster. In this round, it's not what I wanted, because I wanted troops, and that's what I will do the remaining of the round. You will see me just upgrade barracks, upgrade the smithy to get catapults, and also the workshop to get rams, because that's the point of this round. It's a matter of just killing the other 3 guys. That was the goal of this video, and yeah, it depends. The answer, honestly, is that it depends. But this now should give you the tools to decide and to know what it depends on, right? That's basically the idea of this. So it should first give you the idea as to the first like 10-15 minutes of sprint, or like even 20, right? And then tell you what you should do when. That's the goal of this, and I do hope it was helpful. And if you still have any doubts, well, you can always let me know in well, either in the comments. I will look at the comments always, but the comments are not the most practical place to do it. You should join the Discord server in the description, the international server of speeds, and there you can find me and plenty of other players who are willing to help you if you have any doubts. So yeah, that's about that from me. I hope it was enjoyable. I hope it was not too boring. Maybe it was a little bit boring because I talked very deeply about extremely small things, but the reality is that this is what you need to know if you want to if you want to be a really good player. Then, like after the first 15 minutes, there are a few more things, but those are not very hard to understand. It's collecting more barbs, changing the number of light caves you are farming with, changing like your what you are building if you want to go off or if you want to go deaf. But that's more personal. It really depends on how you want to play, and not very the same every time. These 15 minutes or 20, they are about the same for everyone, whether you play off or whether you play deaf. These 15, 20 first minutes of the round, they're the same for everyone, really. The idea is the same. It's getting to that point where you can constantly produce troops, and then upgrading either at quarters to upgrade faster your village, or barracks and stable to get more troops. And that's basically that. That is basically all. I will shut up now. I hope you enjoyed, and well, stay tuned for the keypress explanation video if you don't know a lot about how it works. But yeah, I will see you there. Bye bye.